Hello and welcome to Sleepy Scientist. I'm glad you're here, whether you've had a long day, a busy mind, or you simply love falling asleep to the sound of science. Tonight, we're about to take a quiet, peaceful journey into a hidden world, a universe so small it's invisible to the naked eye. Inside your body, billions upon billions of microbes live, work, and interact with each other in ways you might never have imagined. As you settle in, imagine these tiny creatures working their magic, shaping everything from your health to your emotions. You may not always see them, but they're there shaping who you are. So take a deep breath, maybe let the weight of the day slide off your shoulders, and feel the calm begin to wash over you. If you enjoy these sleepy explorations, I'd be so grateful if you gave the video a little like and tapped that subscribe button. It helps more sleepy scientists like you find their way here, and it means I can keep making more of these journeys for you now. Now let's begin. Inside your body there's an entire world, quiet, hidden, and full of life. When you think of your body, you probably think of your organs, your bones, your muscles, the physical structures that make you well, you. But what if I told you that you're not as alone inside as you might think? That in fact, there are trillions of tiny microbes living with you, around you, and even inside you, shaping your existence in ways you can't even begin to see. These microbes are your companions in life, and they play a far more important role in your health and well-being than you might ever realize. What's remarkable is how these microorganisms, bacteria, viruses, fungi, and even tiny parasites live symbiotically within you. Your body is home to an ecosystem, a thriving community, and every single microbe contributes to the way your body functions. It's as though your very health depends on this invisible, bustling society inside you, and you might not even notice it most of the time. Every cell in your body, every movement, every heartbeat is affected by these tiny creatures. But how exactly do these microbes impact you? First off, let's talk about numbers. The microbes that call your body home are outnumbered only by your cells, and they aren't just guests. They're integral members of your biological team. In fact, it's estimated that there are about 39 trillion microbial cells in your body compared to just 30 trillion human cells. That means for every human cell in your body, there are almost 1.5 microbes working in the background. Isn't that incredible? You're essentially more microbe than human. But instead of feeling overwhelmed by this, think of it as having a vibrant, unseen community living with you, doing their best to keep things running smoothly. This hidden world isn't just there for show. These microbes have purpose, and many of them perform tasks your body can't do on its own. They help you digest food, protect you from harmful invaders, and even regulate your immune system. Every time you breathe, you're inhaling tiny microbes. When you touch something, you leave behind a microbe trail. When you eat, you share your food with these invisible companions. They are part of your every experience, like an internal ecosystem that thrives and adapts to every situation. And just as ecosystems in nature are delicate and need balance, your internal microbial world does too. The fascinating thing is that these microbes aren't just passive participants. They're active players, constantly influencing your body and even your mind. When we talk about health, we often focus on the big obvious players, the brain, the heart, the digestive system. But it's the microbes that might hold the key to understanding so much more about how our bodies work and how we feel. You may not see them, but every single day, they're contributing to the balance of your body like silent engineers, making sure everything runs smoothly. So as you settle into this peaceful journey through the microscopic world, inside you think about how everything you are, your health, your immunity, your sense of well-being isn't entirely yours. You share your body with these tiny creatures, and in doing so, you create an intricate, interdependent world. And it's not just about surviving, It's about thriving together. Now that we've introduced the concept of your microbial companions, let's take a closer look at their impact. Imagine for a moment your body as a bustling city. You, the human, are like the mayor, making big decisions, ensuring things run smoothly, but your microbial residents, they're the unsung workers, the tiny architects, engineers, and guardians, all quietly going about their business. Without them, the city would struggle to function. In fact, many of the systems we rely on daily would collapse without the microbes supporting them. It's easy to overlook just how critical these tiny inhabitants are, but one of their most important roles is their influence on your immune system. From the moment you're born, your body is introduced to the microbial world. In fact, your immune system is trained by these microbes to distinguish between what's friendly and what's harmful. It's a constant interaction where your microbes essentially educate your immune cells, teaching them how to respond to invaders. They help prime your system to stay alert and prepared without being overly reactive. Without them, your immune system would struggle to distinguish between dangerous pathogens and the harmless bacteria you carry every day. You might even be surprised to learn that some of these microbes are responsible for creating protective barriers within your body. Take your gut, for example. It's home to one of the most diverse and complex microbial communities in your body. These microbes create a thin protective film along your gut lining that helps keep harmful substances out while allowing beneficial nutrients to pass through. It's a delicate balance, one that's maintained by your microbial residents who are constantly defending you from infection. So every time you eat a meal, these microbes are working overtime to make sure your body processes the food properly while also shielding you from potential threats. Think about your digestive system for a moment. When you eat, food travels from your mouth down your esophagus and into your stomach, where the real work begins. In the stomach, enzymes break down food, and your gut microbes, those tiny helpers that are with you every day, assist in breaking down nutrients and absorbing them into your bloodstream. Without them, your body would struggle to extract the vitamins, minerals, and energy it needs to keep going. In fact, research suggests that certain species of microbes play such a vital role in digestion that they can actually help prevent the overgrowth of harmful bacteria, keeping your gut balanced and healthy. But it's not just digestion where your microbes work their magic. They also play a crucial role in maintaining the health of your skin, your lungs, and even your brain. Your skin, for example, is home to an entire universe of microorganisms. On the surface of your skin, trillions of bacteria, fungi, and viruses create a protective barrier, keeping harmful invaders at bay. These skin microbes form a natural defense system against pathogens, while also helping to maintain the skin's moisture and pH balance. Without these microbial residents, your skin would be far more susceptible to infection, dryness, and irritation. The same goes for your lungs. While they may seem like a distant part of your body, they too are home to a delicate microbial ecosystem. These microbes help regulate immune responses in the respiratory tract and protect against harmful airborne bacteria and viruses. They also contribute to the body's ability to fight off infections like pneumonia and tuberculosis. It's an invisible battle fought daily by your microbiome to keep you healthy and safe. Even more fascinating is the emerging evidence suggesting that the health of your gut microbiome has a profound influence on your brain. Researchers have coined the term gut-brain axis to describe the two-way communication between your gut and your brain. What happens in your gut doesn't stay in your gut. It has the potential to affect your mood, behavior, and even cognitive function. You may be wondering, how do these microbes actually communicate with your brain? It turns out that your gut and brain are linked through a network of nerves, hormones, and immune signals. Some microbes produce neurotransmitters, chemical messengers that transmit signals between nerve cells that can influence your mood and emotional state. For example, did you know that about 90% of your serotonin, the feel-good neurotransmitter, is produced in your gut? Your gut microbes play a role in regulating serotonin levels, which directly affects your mood, anxiety levels, and even your sleep patterns. That means that when your gut microbiome is in balance, you're not just healthier physically, you may feel more balanced emotionally too. And the communication doesn't stop there. Your gut microbiome also produces compounds that can cross the blood-brain barrier, influencing cognitive processes such as memory, attention, and decision-making. This is why scientists are increasingly looking at the gut as a potential treatment target for mental health conditions like depression, anxiety, and even autism. When you think about it, the idea that a collection of tiny microbes in your gut can shape your emotional well-being is as mind-blowing as it is comforting. The more we understand about these tiny residents, the more we realize just how deeply intertwined our health and their existence are. Your microbes, like quiet partners, work in the background to maintain balance in your body, supporting everything from your immune system to your mood. But it's also important to note that this relationship goes both ways. Your actions, whether through diet, exercise, or stress, can affect the balance of your microbial world. By nurturing this relationship, we can continue to help these microbes thrive and, in turn, help our bodies function at their best. Let's take a deeper dive into what makes up this fascinating microbial community that lives with you every day. Just like a bustling city has different districts with different roles, your body's microbial community is home to diverse and specialized residents. These microbes vary in size, function, and location, but they all share a common goal to help you thrive. You might be surprised to learn that the microbes living inside you aren't just hitching a ride. They're as unique as you are, with distinct roles that support various bodily functions. These tiny, invisible creatures are constantly interacting with your body's cells, organs, and systems, creating a microcosm that's as complex as it is essential. The most populous area of this microbial world is your gut. Over 100 trillion microbes, bacteria, fungi, viruses, and archaea live within your intestines, where they interact with food, absorb nutrients, and produce vital compounds. But like any good community, these microbes don't live in a chaotic, unorganized mess. Instead, they create a well-balanced ecosystem, with each species performing its own task. Some bacteria help break down the complex carbohydrates in your food, while others create essential vitamins and neurotransmitters that keep your brain happy. Imagine them as tiny workers, each with their own toolkits, contributing to the functioning of a much larger, interconnected system. Your gut microbiome also has a rather interesting way of communicating with the rest of your body. This conversation happens through chemical signals, which your gut microbes release as they process food. For instance, they can produce short-chain fatty acids, which are absorbed by your cells and help regulate your metabolism. They also influence your immune system, keeping your immune cells in check to prevent overreactions that could lead to autoimmune diseases or chronic inflammation. Without this communication, your body would lose a key line of defense against illness. It's a fascinating ongoing conversation that takes place between your gut, your immune system, and your brain, all orchestrated by the microbes within you. But the gut is just one part of this microscopic universe. Your skin is another area where microbes thrive. The human skin is home to millions of bacteria, fungi, and viruses, each with a unique purpose. While it might sound a bit strange to think about all those microbes living on the surface of your body, these tiny organisms play a huge role in keeping you healthy. They help maintain the skin's pH balance, act as a barrier against harmful pathogens, and even protect you from environmental damage caused by things like UV radiation. Think of them as your first line of defense, constantly fighting off invaders and making sure your skin stays intact. And just as the skin's microbiome works hard to protect you from external threats, the microbes living in your respiratory system have a similar mission. Inside your lungs, a network of bacteria and viruses helps protect you from harmful pathogens you might breathe in, like dust mold or airborne bacteria. These microbes are your lungs' immune allies, constantly working to keep your airways clear and healthy. They also influence how your body responds to infections like colds or the flu. In fact, researchers are discovering that a healthy lung microbiome can help reduce the severity of respiratory conditions like asthma and chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, COPD. What's truly remarkable is that all of these microbial communities, the ones in your gut, on your skin, and in your lungs, don't exist in isolation. They work together, communicating with each other, sharing information and resources to help maintain a delicate balance within your body. This balance is essential for overall health. Just like a garden where different plants rely on one another to grow and thrive, your microbiome depends on the delicate interplay between its different inhabitants to function optimally. A healthy balance ensures that your microbes can work together harmoniously, while an imbalance, whether caused by stress, poor diet, or illness, can create disruptions that lead to a wide range of health issues. But how does this microbial balance get disrupted? That's where your choices come in. The things you eat, the environment you live in, and even your emotions can all affect the balance of microbes in your body. For example, an unhealthy diet, one that's rich in processed foods and low in fiber, can lead to a loss of beneficial bacteria in the gut. On the other hand, a diet rich in fruits, vegetables, and fermented foods can encourage the growth of beneficial microbes, helping to maintain that delicate balance. Similarly, stress can disrupt your microbiome by triggering inflammation, which can in turn affect everything from your digestion to your mental health. You might be wondering, how can I support this microscopic community inside me? The answer lies in creating a healthy environment for your microbes to thrive. A balanced diet, regular exercise, and good stress management are all key factors that contribute to a thriving microbiome. But beyond that, it's about understanding that your health isn't just about the number of steps you take or the calories you burn. It's about the invisible ecosystem inside you, the tiny, hardworking microbes that are constantly helping you stay balanced, healthy, and vibrant. So next time you reach for that nourishing meal, or take a few minutes to relax and breathe deeply, remember that you're doing more than just caring for yourself. You're tending to a vast, invisible world that in turn helps care for you. As we venture deeper into the microbial world inside you, we find one of the most fascinating and complex ecosystems of all, your gut. This isn't just a place where food passes through. It's a thriving metropolis of bacteria, fungi, and other microorganisms, all working together to break down food, absorb nutrients, and maintain your health. Imagine your gut as a vast, bustling city, with each microbe playing a specialized role, performing tasks with such precision and coordination that you could almost call it a microbial orchestra. Just as musicians work together to create a beautiful symphony, these tiny organisms collaborate to ensure your body's most vital functions are carried out smoothly. The size and diversity of the microbiome in your gut are staggering. It's estimated that over 100 trillion microbes live within your digestive system, and they belong to over 1,000 different species. That's more species than there are stars in the Milky Way. These microbes form a balanced community, with each species contributing to digestion, immunity, and overall health. Some of these microbes help you digest food that your body can't break down on its own, such as certain fibers, while others produce essential vitamins, like B vitamins and vitamin K. Without these microbes, your body wouldn't be able to access these nutrients, which are essential for your energy, brain function, and even bone health. Now let's think about the role these microbes play in breaking down food. Your stomach and intestines don't do this work alone. In fact, when you eat, your body relies heavily on the help of the microbial residents in your gut to process complex carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. Some microbes specialize in breaking down plant fibers that your body can't digest on its own, turning them into short-chain fatty acids, key molecules that your cells can use for energy. Others break down sugars that are otherwise indigestible, turning them into gases that help regulate the overall environment of your gut. This symbiotic relationship between you and your gut microbes is essential for your ability to extract energy and nutrition from food. But the relationship between your gut and your microbes goes far beyond digestion. The gut is sometimes referred to as your second brain because it plays such an important role in regulating your overall health. It's connected to your brain via the gut-brain axis, a system of nerves, hormones, and immune signals that link your gastrointestinal system to your central nervous system. What happens in your gut doesn't just affect your digestion, it can also influence your mood, behavior, and cognitive function. You might be wondering how your microbes can impact your brain. It's simple, really. Your gut microbes communicate with your brain through the vagus nerve, which runs from the brainstem to the abdomen, connecting the two systems. This means that the bacteria in your gut can send signals to your brain, affecting everything from your emotions to your decision-making process. For example, some microbes produce neurotransmitters, like serotonin, which is a chemical messenger that helps regulate mood, anxiety, and sleep. In fact, about 90% of your body's serotonin is produced in the gut, making your microbial community an essential part of emotional well-being. This communication between your gut and brain has far-reaching effects on mental health. Studies have shown that an imbalance in the gut microbiome, often caused by poor diet, stress, or illness, can lead to symptoms of anxiety, depression, and even cognitive decline. That's right, when your gut microbiome is out of balance, it can directly affect your emotions and thoughts. So in a way, your gut doesn't just process food, it processes your feelings too. But let's not forget the importance of balance. Just like any healthy community, the microbial city in your gut needs a good mix of residents. When the balance is disrupted, it can lead to health problems. For example, an overgrowth of harmful bacteria, like Clostridium difficile, can cause infections, while a lack of beneficial bacteria can contribute to inflammation, digestive disorders, and weakened immunity. And it's not just about the bacteria. Fungi and viruses also play important roles in maintaining a healthy gut. It's a delicate balance that must be maintained to keep the city running smoothly. So how do we ensure that our gut microbiome stays in tip-top shape? Well, a large part of the answer lies in what we eat. Just as a well-maintained garden thrives with the right nutrients, your gut microbiome needs a healthy, diverse diet to flourish. Fiber, for example, is a key player in nurturing a healthy microbiome. High-fiber foods like fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and legumes act as fuel for beneficial bacteria, encouraging their growth and helping them produce those important, short-chain fatty acids that keep your gut environment healthy. Fermented foods like yogurt, kefir, sauerkraut, and kimchi are also vital for your gut health. These foods contain probiotics, live bacteria, that help replenish and maintain the balance of your gut microbiome. By incorporating more probiotic-rich foods into your diet, you can help support the beneficial microbes in your gut, ensuring they continue to perform their important roles. Another factor that plays a role in gut health is stress. When you're stressed, your body produces a hormone called cortisol, which can interfere with the balance of your gut microbiome. Chronic stress can lead to inflammation, which disrupts the delicate harmony of your gut's microbial city. That's why finding ways to manage stress, whether through meditations, exercise, or simply taking time to relax, is an essential part of maintaining a healthy gut microbiome. Even sleep plays a role. Research has shown that poor sleep patterns can alter the composition of your gut microbiome, affecting its ability to regulate inflammation and immune function. So prioritizing good sleep hygiene not only helps you rest, but it also helps your gut rest and recover, allowing the microbes to work their magic while you sleep. The more we learn about the gut and its microbial inhabitants, the clearer it becomes. This isn't just an organ that processes food. It's a complex, highly sensitive ecosystem that plays a central role in your overall health and well-being. From digestion and immunity to mood regulation and mental health, the microbes in your gut have a profound impact on every aspect of your life. And the best part, with a little care, attention, and respect for the delicate balance they maintain, you can ensure that this ecosystem continues to thrive. Now that we've traveled to the heart of your microbiome, let's explore the broader implications of these microscopic organisms and how they help shape not just your health, but your very identity. You might be surprised to learn that the microbes inside you outnumber your own cells by a huge margin. For every human cell in your body, there are about 1.3 microbial cells. This means that in a sense, you're more microbe than human. But don't worry, these microbes aren't here to take over. Instead, they're here to work alongside you, contributing in ways you might not even realize. When you think about your personal identity, you probably focus on your genes, your thoughts, and your behaviors. But what if I told you that a large part of your personality, your cravings, and even your immune system can be traced back to your microbial residence? Think about it. Your microbes are constantly interacting with your body, influencing everything from your digestion to your moods. Ever noticed how certain foods make you feel more energized or happy? Well, it could be your gut microbes influencing your brain, sending signals that affect how you feel. In fact, studies have shown that your gut microbiome can influence your choices and behaviors. Your microbes actually have the ability to talk to your brain through the gut-brain axis, and they do so in ways that can affect your appetite, mood, and even how you react to stress. For example, some microbes produce molecules that mimic the feeling of satiety, helping you feel full and content after eating. Others may produce molecules that influence your cravings, steering you towards certain foods over others. This is why some people may crave sweet or salty foods. Your microbes may be influencing your brain to make those choices for you. But it's not all about cravings and mood swings. Your gut microbes also play a significant role in regulating your immune system. In fact, your gut is home to about 70% of your immune cells. The microbes in your intestines help train your immune system to distinguish between harmful invaders like bacteria or viruses and harmless substances like food particles. Without a healthy gut microbiome, your immune system might struggle to differentiate between the two, which can lead to inflammation, allergies, and autoimmune diseases. It's as if your microbiome is the mentor to your immune system, guiding it on how to react appropriately to various threats. This communication between your gut microbiome and your immune system doesn't just protect you from illness, it also helps maintain the balance of your body's responses. When your immune system overreacts, it can lead to chronic inflammation, which has been linked to a variety of diseases, including heart disease, diabetes, and even depression. That's where your microbes come in again. They help keep your immune system in check, preventing it from becoming too aggressive. It's a delicate balance that relies on constant communication between your gut, your microbes, and your immune system. As we continue to uncover the many layers of your microbiome, it becomes clear that these microbes are more than just passive passengers on your journey through life. They're active participants in your health, affecting your mood, your immune system, and even your behavior. It's almost as if they're part of your internal team, helping you navigate the complexities of life. And just like any team, when all the players are working together harmoniously, the results can be extraordinary. What's even more interesting is how the composition of your microbiome can change over time. Factors like diet, age, environment, and even medications can influence the types of microbes that thrive in your body. For instance, the microbiome of a child will look different from that of an adult, and even more so compared to an elderly person. This is because the microbial community adapts to the changes that occur in your body as you age, influencing your health in ways that science is only beginning to fully understand. Let's not forget how quickly your microbiome can be altered. Take antibiotics, for example. While these medications are great for fighting infections, they don't discriminate. They wipe out both harmful and beneficial bacteria. This can disrupt the balance of your gut microbiome and make it harder for beneficial microbes to regain their foothold. That's why it's so important to restore balance by eating foods that promote the growth of healthy bacteria, like fermented foods and prebiotics. The good news is that the microbiome is resilient. With the right care, your microbial community can recover and regain its balance, allowing you to continue reaping the benefits of this vast hidden ecosystem. Just like a garden can bounce back after a storm, your gut microbiome can thrive once again after a period of disruption, given time and the proper nurturing. Now imagine the relationship you have with your microbes as a long-term partnership. When you feed them well through a healthy diet, regular exercise, and stress management, they, in turn, support your well-being. They help protect you from harmful invaders, regulate your immune system, and even influence your thoughts and feelings. It's an intricate, beautiful dance that has evolved over millions of years, and it's one that requires constant care and attention. But as much as your microbes benefit you, they also depend on you. They rely on the nutrients you provide them, the environment you create within your body, and the lifestyle choices you make. This relationship is truly mutual. Your microbes help you thrive, and in return you help them flourish. It's a partnership that can lead to improved health, enhanced energy, and even a better mood, all because of the invisible microscopic residents that call your body home. So the next time you reach for that healthy meal or decide to go for a walk, remember that it's not just about you. It's about all of the microbes that live inside you, helping you make the most of every moment. You and your microbial community are in this together, working side by side to keep you feeling your best. As we continue our exploration of the microscopic world inside you, we now turn our focus to a specific group of microbes that play a fascinating and sometimes mysterious role in your health: the viruses that live inside you. You might be wondering, viruses inside me? But yes, viruses are an integral part of your microbiome, and they've been there all along, quietly coexisting with the trillions of bacteria and fungi that inhabit your body. Unlike bacteria, which are living organisms, viruses are far more enigmatic. They don't technically live in the traditional sense. They need a host cell to replicate and survive. And yet, despite their elusive nature, viruses make up a significant portion of the microbial world inside you. In fact, it's estimated that there are about 10 times as many viral particles in and on your body as there are bacteria. But don't be alarmed, most of these viruses are harmless, and some are even beneficial to your health. Many of these viruses are bacteriophages, which are viruses that specifically infect bacteria. These bacteriophages play an important role in regulating the population of bacteria in your gut and other parts of your body. Imagine them as nature's own version of pest control. By infecting and killing certain bacteria, They help maintain the delicate balance of your microbiome, ensuring that no one species becomes too dominant and throws off the entire ecosystem. What's even more intriguing is that viruses can influence the behavior of the bacteria they infect. Some bacteriophages inject their genetic material into bacterial cells, altering the bacteria's ability to function. This process can lead to changes in the bacteria's behavior, such as its ability to resist antibiotics or produce harmful toxins. In this way, viruses act as genetic manipulators, shaping the behavior of the bacterial community in subtle but profound ways. But viruses don't just influence bacteria, they also play a role in the human immune system. Some viruses are thought to help train your immune system by stimulating the production of certain immune cells. This can enhance your body's ability to recognize and fight off harmful pathogens. Essentially, these viruses act as teachers for your immune system, helping it become more efficient at protecting you from disease. Interestingly, the relationship between viruses and their hosts is not always one of conflict. In some cases, viruses and bacteria form a symbiotic relationship where both benefit from the interaction. For example, some viruses may help bacteria evolve new traits that make them better suited to their environment, such as resistance to antibiotics or the ability to break down certain food molecules. In return, the bacteria provide the viruses with the host cells they need to replicate and survive. It's a complex and dynamic interaction that showcases the beauty of nature's cooperation and competition. But how do viruses fit into the bigger picture of your health? You may be surprised to learn that these microscopic invaders can have a significant impact on everything from your digestion to your immune function. While most viruses that infect humans cause illness, the viruses that live inside you, the ones that target your bacteria, are typically harmless. In fact, they may even help protect you from harmful pathogens by keeping the bacterial community in check. For example, some studies have shown that certain bacteriophages can inhibit the growth of harmful bacteria in the gut, such as Clostridium difficile, a pathogen responsible for severe gastrointestinal infections. By controlling the population of harmful bacteria, these viruses can help prevent infections and promote gut health. This is a fascinating example of how your microbiome works in harmony with different types of microbes, bacteria, viruses, and fungi, all collaborating to keep you healthy. In addition to their role in bacterial regulation, viruses can also influence your immune system's response to illness. When your body encounters a pathogen, your immune system launches a complex series of reactions to defend against the invader. During this process, viruses that reside in your body can interact with immune cells and influence how they respond to the infection. For example, some viruses can enhance the production of certain cytokines, signaling molecules that help coordinate immune responses, thereby improving your ability to fight off pathogens. But even though viruses play a critical role in regulating the microbiome and influencing immune function, they can also cause problems. Just as bacteria can be harmful when they overpopulate or become resistant to antibiotics, viruses can also wreak havoc when they enter your body and cause illness. This is why it's so important to maintain a healthy balance in your microbiome. When the balance of bacteria, fungi, and viruses is disrupted, it can lead to health problems ranging from digestive issues to autoimmune diseases. Luckily, the human body is incredibly resilient, and most of the viruses inside you don't pose a significant threat. In fact, many of these viruses are simply silent residents living in harmony with your bacteria and immune system, never causing any problems. They're part of your microbial landscape, contributing to your health in subtle but important ways. It's only when the balance is upset, whether due to illness, stress, or diet, that these viruses might cause trouble. So how can you ensure that your viral and bacterial residents remain in harmony? As with your other microbes, the key lies in maintaining a healthy lifestyle. Eating a balanced diet, managing stress, and getting enough sleep are all important factors that support the health of your microbiome, including your viral inhabitants. Probiotics and prebiotics can also play a role in promoting a healthy balance of bacteria and viruses in your gut. By nourishing your microbiome with the right foods and habits, you help maintain the delicate equilibrium that allows your microbial residents to thrive without causing harm. In the end, the viruses that live inside you are not so different from the bacteria. They're just another part of the intricate web of life that makes up your microbiome. They may be small and mysterious, but they play an essential role in keeping your body in balance. So the next time you hear the word virus, remember that not all viruses are bad. Some are just part of your invisible yet vital ecosystem. As we continue this deep dive into the hidden world within, let's shift our focus to another remarkable aspect of your microbiome: fungi. You might not think about fungi as frequently as bacteria or viruses, but they are just as important to your health and well-being. In fact, fungi, much like their microbial counterparts, have been silently shaping our existence for millions of years. You may be familiar with some types of fungi like mushrooms or the yeast used in baking, but the fungi living inside your body are a different story. They aren't the type of fungi that you might find growing on a log in the woods, but they are just as essential to your health. The fungi in your body, primarily living in your gut skin and mucosal surfaces, work in tandem with your bacteria and viruses, contributing to a delicate balance that keeps you thriving. Fungi may seem mysterious, but they are an essential part of your microbiome, influencing your immune system, digestion, and even your mental health. So how do fungi fit into the bigger picture of your microbial world, much like the bacteria in your gut? Fungi help break down food and absorb nutrients. The symbiotic relationship between fungi and bacteria is similar to that of other microbes in your microbiome, an intricate dance of cooperation and balance. But fungi don't just aid digestion. They also interact with the immune system in profound ways, helping your body recognize and fight off harmful invaders. Fungi are not as numerous as bacteria, but they still make up a significant part of your microbiome. In fact, it's estimated that fungi represent about 0.1 to 1% of the microbial communities in the human gut. Even though they are a small minority, their role is no less important. Just like bacteria, fungi can send signals to your immune system to activate its defenses when necessary. This is why a disruption in the balance of fungi in your microbiome, such as when an overgrowth occurs, can lead to immune system issues, including inflammation and infections. One of the most well-known examples of fungal overgrowth is Candida, a genus of fungi that naturally resides in your body, particularly in the mouth and gastrointestinal tract. Under normal circumstances, Candida is kept in check by other microorganisms in your microbiome. But when something throws off the balance, whether it's stress, poor diet, or the use of antibiotics, Candida can multiply uncontrollably, leading to fungal infections like thrush or vaginal yeast infections. In these cases, it's not just a fungal infection, but a sign that the delicate ecosystem of your microbiome has been disrupted. Interestingly, fungi play a role not only in regulating the immune system, but also in influencing your body's inflammatory responses. Inflammation is a natural process that helps your body fight infections and heal from injuries. However, when inflammation becomes chronic, it can lead to conditions like autoimmune diseases, allergies, and even depression. Fungi help keep inflammation in check, preventing it from spiraling out of control. When the balance of fungi in your body is disrupted, it can trigger an inflammatory response that affects various organs and systems, contributing to chronic conditions. But fungi aren't all bad news. Just like bacteria, some fungi are beneficial and contribute to your overall health. One example is the beneficial role of fungi in the production of certain vitamins and metabolites. For instance, some fungi in your gut help produce B vitamins, which are essential for energy production, metabolism, and nerve function. These vitamins support your body's energy needs, mood regulation, and overall vitality. In fact, studies suggest that your gut microbiome, including its fungi, plays a crucial role in maintaining optimal levels of these vitamins, which can have a positive impact on your health. Additionally, fungi are also involved in breaking down complex carbohydrates, such as fiber, into short-chain fatty acids, SCFAs. SCFAs are crucial for gut health, as they help nourish the cells lining your intestines, promote healthy digestion, and even influence your immune system. Without the help of fungi, your body wouldn't be able to fully extract all the nutrients from the food you eat. It's yet another example of how the microbiome works as a well-oiled machine, with each type of microbe contributing to your overall health and well-being. As we've seen with bacteria and viruses, the health of your fungi also depends on the environment you create within your body. Your diet, stress levels, and lifestyle choices all play a role in shaping the fungal community inside you. For example, a diet high in sugar and refined carbohydrates can fuel the growth of harmful fungi, like Candida, while a diet rich in fiber and prebiotics can support the growth of beneficial fungi and bacteria. Likewise, reducing stress and maintaining a healthy immune system are key factors in ensuring that your fungi remain in balance. If you're wondering how you can support your fungal residents, the same advice that applies to your other microbes holds true. A balanced diet full of fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and fermented foods will nourish the beneficial fungi in your body. Probiotics, prebiotics, and fiber are key to promoting a healthy gut microbiome, which in turn supports your fungal community. And of course, managing stress, getting enough sleep, and exercising regularly will help keep your immune system in top shape, preventing harmful fungi from overgrowing. As we wrap up our exploration of fungi, it's clear that these microorganisms are more than just silent participants in your microbiome. They are active players in maintaining your health. Just like bacteria and viruses, fungi help regulate your immune system, maintain balance, and even influence your mood. The next time you think about fungi, remember that these tiny organisms are working quietly inside you, helping you thrive in ways you might not even realize. As we continue our exploration of the hidden world inside you, let's take a moment to shift our focus toward a truly incredible group of organisms, the tiny, often overlooked world of archaea. You might have heard of bacteria, fungi, and viruses, but archaea are equally fascinating and in many ways just as mysterious. These microorganisms, often residing alongside bacteria in your gut, are neither truly bacteria nor fungi, but a distinct group of life that plays its own unique role in your microbiome. They are ancient, resilient, and surprisingly diverse. Archaea were first discovered in the 1970s, and at first, scientists thought they were just an odd branch of bacteria. However, as research continued, it became clear that archaea are something altogether different. They are so different, in fact, that they represent their own domain of life, separate from bacteria and eukaryotes, which include humans. Their genetic makeup, metabolism, and environmental requirements set them apart from other life forms, and yet, like bacteria, they have evolved to thrive in many of the same environments, especially the human body. While archaea are not as numerous as bacteria, they are still an important part of your microbiome. They primarily inhabit the gastrointestinal tract, where they work in concert with other microbes to help maintain the balance of your microbiome. One of the most important roles that archaea play is in helping to break down food, especially complex carbohydrates and fiber that human enzymes can't fully digest. This process involves the fermentation of certain substances into gases, including methane. In fact, the methane that you exhale and release in gas form is largely produced by archaea in your gut. These methane-producing archaea are known as methanogens, and they play a key role in your digestive process. The methane produced by these archaea isn't necessarily harmful. In fact, it's a normal byproduct of the breakdown of food in your intestines. However, an overgrowth of methanogens can contribute to digestive discomfort, such as bloating and excessive gas. Just like other microbes in your body, the archaea living in your gut are supposed to be in a delicate balance. If something disrupts that balance, such as an imbalance in your diet, stress, or illness, methanogens can overproduce methane, causing these uncomfortable symptoms. But archaea are not just limited to your digestive system. They can be found in other parts of your body, including your skin, oral cavity, and respiratory tract. While the concentration of archaea in these areas is much lower than in your gut, they still play a role in your overall microbiome. In your mouth, for example, archaea are thought to contribute to the balance of microorganisms that live in your oral cavity, working alongside bacteria and fungi to maintain a healthy environment. In addition to their digestive functions, archaea also influence your immune system. Like other microbes in your microbiome, archaea help train your immune system to recognize and respond to harmful invaders. Their presence in the gut can influence the production of immune cells and signaling molecules that are essential for maintaining a balanced immune response. If your immune system is constantly exposed to harmful pathogens, it can lead to inflammation and autoimmune conditions. But the gentle guidance provided by archaea can help maintain immune tolerance and prevent unnecessary inflammatory responses. Interestingly, archaea are also involved in the production of certain vitamins and nutrients. For example, some archaea help synthesize B vitamins, which are essential for energy production, metabolism, and maintaining healthy skin. Other archaea may assist in the synthesis of amino acids and short-chain fatty acids, SCFAs, which are vital for gut health and overall well-being. These contributions make archaea an important part of your nutritional ecosystem, helping you extract nutrients from your food that might otherwise go unused. But what makes archaea so resilient? These microorganisms have evolved to thrive in some of the harshest environments on Earth, places like deep-sea vents, hot springs, and even salty lakes. Their ability to survive extreme conditions, high temperatures, low oxygen levels, and high salinity has led scientists to refer to them as extremophils. While these environments might seem a world apart from your gut, archaea's remarkable resilience helps them adapt to your body's unique conditions as well. Their metabolism is fine-tuned to thrive in the oxygen-deprived, nutrient-rich environment of your intestines. You might be asking, what role do archaea have in diseases or disorders? Interestingly, recent research has found links between certain types of archaea and diseases like irritable bowel syndrome, IBS, inflammatory bowel disease, IBD, and even obesity. When the balance of archaea is disrupted, it can affect the microbiome as a whole, potentially leading to gut inflammation, digestive issues, and an imbalance in other microbial populations. This shows just how interconnected your microbiome is. The disruption of even one group of microorganisms can have cascading effects on your health. However, it's important to remember that archaea are not inherently harmful. In fact, most archaea are completely harmless and beneficial, helping you digest food, maintain a healthy immune system, and even produce essential nutrients. Their role is just another example of how the microbiome works as a cohesive, self-regulating system. The key, as always, lies in balance. If the system is thrown off, for example, by a poor diet, stress, or disease, the effects can be far-reaching, potentially leading to discomfort or health problems. So how can you help ensure that your archaea and the rest of your microbiome stay in harmony? The advice is familiar by now: a balanced diet rich in fiber. Prebiotics and whole foods will nourish your microbial residents, including your archaea. Probiotics and fermented foods can support the overall health of your gut, providing beneficial bacteria that work together with archaea to maintain balance. Reducing stress, getting enough sleep, and exercising regularly will also support your microbiome's resilience, ensuring that your archaea can continue their important work in your digestive system without causing discomfort or illness. In conclusion, archaea are tiny but powerful players in the microbial world inside you. Though they may not be as well known as bacteria, they perform essential functions that contribute to your overall health, from digestion to immune regulation. As we continue to unravel the mysteries of the microbiome, we are discovering just how intricately connected these microscopic residents are to your well-being. Just like the other microbes in your body, archaea are quietly working behind the scenes, ensuring that your body remains in balance day in and day out. As we move deeper into the world of your microbiome, it's time to introduce a fascinating, though often underappreciated class of microorganisms: viruses. While most people associate viruses with illness and discomfort, these invisible invaders have a more complex and sometimes beneficial role within your body. Viruses, especially those known as bacteriophages, might not be the villains we typically imagine. In fact, they may be playing a quiet yet critical role in maintaining balance within your microbiome. Bacteriophages, or phages for short, are viruses that specifically target and infect bacteria. You may be familiar with viruses like the flu or cold virus, but bacteriophages are an entirely different class. These tiny viral particles have evolved over billions of years to cohabit with bacteria, infecting and killing them as part of their life cycle. But here's the surprising part: these phages don't just target harmful bacteria. They also regulate the population of helpful bacteria in your gut. The role of phages is especially important in maintaining the delicate balance of your gut microbiome. Just like the bacteria, fungi, and archaea living in your body, your phages help control the overall microbial environment, ensuring that no one species becomes too dominant. For example, if certain bacteria start overgrowing, phages can act as natural predators, keeping those bacterial populations in check. This process is essential for preventing the overgrowth of harmful bacteria that can lead to infections or inflammatory conditions. But how exactly do bacteriophages know which bacteria to target? They are incredibly specific in their targeting, meaning that each type of bacteriophage can infect only certain bacteria. Think of it as a perfectly tailored key fitting into a lock. These viruses are able to recognize the unique proteins on the surface of bacterial cells, ensuring that they only infect their intended hosts. This specificity is one of the reasons phages are so fascinating and potentially useful in medical research and treatments. Interestingly, the relationship between bacteriophages and bacteria is not one of simple destruction. Bacteriophages also have a symbiotic role in the microbiome. When phages infect bacteria, they can transfer genetic material between bacterial cells, promoting genetic diversity. This process, known as horizontal gene transfer, can enhance the adaptability and survival of bacteria, allowing them to evolve more quickly in response to environmental challenges. In this way, phages contribute to the genetic health of the entire microbial community. So what does this mean for your health? For one thing, phages are playing a vital role in regulating your immune system. Just as bacteria help train your immune system to recognize harmful invaders, phages can influence the immune response by keeping the bacterial population in check. By preventing the overgrowth of harmful bacteria, phages help ensure that your immune system is not constantly on high alert, which can lead to inflammation or autoimmune conditions. Additionally, some phages are believed to influence your gut's microbiome composition in a way that can help prevent chronic diseases. For instance, certain types of phages have been linked to the prevention of conditions like inflammatory bowel disease, IBD, and irritable bowel syndrome, IBS. When the balance of bacteria in your gut is disrupted, it can lead to a range of gastrointestinal issues. Phages may help restore balance by targeting and eliminating the harmful bacteria contributing to inflammation and discomfort. This is an area of ongoing research, but it's becoming clear that phages could be a powerful tool for maintaining gut health and preventing disease. Now, it's important to mention that not all viruses in your body are bacteriophages. You also carry viruses that infect human cells, such as the herpes simplex virus or the human papilloma virus, HPV. These viruses are known to cause illness in some cases, but many of them, just like phages, coexist with us in a balanced way. In fact, many viruses are present in your body without causing any immediate harm. Your immune system can often keep these viruses dormant, preventing them from becoming active and causing symptoms. Some scientists believe that these dormant viruses may even play a protective role, training your immune system to respond to new pathogens by serving as a constant, low-level reminder of how to defend against infection. In fact, the interactions between viruses and your immune system are an essential part of the overall harmony of your microbiome. When your body is constantly exposed to small amounts of harmless viruses, your immune system is in a constant state of training, always prepared to respond to new threats. This can help improve your body's resilience and ability to fight off infections. But how can you support the health of the viruses in your microbiome, particularly bacteriophages, like the other microorganisms living inside you? Viruses thrive in a healthy, balanced environment. Maintaining a diet rich in prebiotics, fiber, and fermented foods can support the entire microbiome, including the phages. Probiotics can also help keep the balance of bacteria in check, indirectly supporting phage activity. Managing stress, getting enough sleep, and exercising regularly will help ensure that your immune system is functioning optimally, allowing your body to maintain its delicate, viral, and microbial balance. You may be wondering, can viruses actually help treat diseases? Interestingly, the therapeutic potential of phages is a growing area of research. Scientists are exploring the use of bacteriophages as an alternative to antibiotics, especially in the face of antibiotic-resistant bacteria. By harnessing the natural ability of phages to target and kill bacteria, researchers hope to create targeted treatments that are more effective and less harmful to the rest of your microbiome. This area of phage therapy is still being explored, but it could represent a new frontier in medical science. As we've seen, viruses are far from just the bad guys they're often portrayed to be. In your microbiome, they play a complex and essential role, helping to regulate the balance of bacteria and support your immune system. Whether they're keeping harmful bacteria in check, promoting genetic diversity among microbial communities, or even helping to prevent chronic disease, viruses are valuable if often overlooked players in your microbiome's ecosystem. Next time you think of viruses, remember that these microorganisms may be working behind the scenes to maintain the harmony of your body's inner world. They are not just invaders, but collaborators in your well-being, keeping everything in check from your gut to your immune system. By understanding their role, we can better appreciate the amazing complexity and resilience of the world inside us. Now let's take a moment to shift our focus to one of the more peculiar residents of your microbiome, fungi. Most of us tend to think of fungi as a cause for concern. After all, they are often linked to infections or spoilage. But in reality, fungi play a much more integral role in maintaining the delicate balance of your body's microbial ecosystem. These tiny, often overlooked organisms are much more than just pesky invaders. They are skilled collaborators with other microbes in your gut, and their presence is crucial for optimal health. Fungi, like bacteria, thrive in diverse environments, and they are found in many places within the human body. While they are more commonly associated with the skin or oral cavity, fungi can also reside in your intestines, where they contribute to your overall health in subtle but powerful ways. The gut microbiome is a complex system made up of various species of bacteria, archaea, viruses, and fungi. These different microorganisms interact with each other in intricate ways, often forming mutualistic relationships that benefit everyone involved, yes, even the fungi. In your gut, fungi work alongside bacteria and other microbes to help digest food, regulate your immune system, and maintain the balance of microorganisms. The most common fungi found in the human microbiome are yeasts such as Candida species. While Candida is often feared for its potential to cause infections, like yeast infections, it is in fact a normal and usually harmless resident of the gut. In healthy individuals, the number of Candida fungi is typically kept in check by beneficial bacteria, which act like a protective barrier, preventing Candida from overgrowing and causing harm. But how does Candida and other fungi fit into the larger microbiome picture? One of the key roles that fungi play is in the digestion of certain complex carbohydrates, particularly fiber. Just like bacteria, fungi help break down these compounds, making them easier for your body to absorb and utilize. Fungi are also involved in the production of short-chain fatty acids, SCFAs, which are essential for gut health and overall well-being. SCFAs help regulate the pH of your intestines, keeping them acidic enough to prevent harmful pathogens from taking hold. They also provide energy to the cells lining your intestines, supporting their growth and repair. But fungi don't just help digest food, they also play a key role in regulating your immune system. The presence of fungi in the gut helps train your immune cells, teaching them to distinguish between harmless microbes and harmful invaders. Just like bacteria and archaea, fungi contribute to the balance of your immune response, helping to prevent autoimmune reactions and inflammation. Fungi are particularly important in modulating the immune system's response to food, helping to prevent overreactions that could lead to allergies or intolerances. However, just like with any microorganism, balance is crucial. When the delicate equilibrium of your microbiome is disrupted, whether due to stress, an unhealthy diet, or the overuse of antibiotics, fungi like Candida can overgrow, leading to an imbalance. This is known as dysbiosis, and it can manifest in a variety of symptoms, including digestive issues, fatigue, and skin problems. When Candida or other fungi grow unchecked, they can begin to invade tissues, causing infections like oral thrush or vaginal yeast infections. This is a clear indication that something has gone awry in the microbiome, and the immune system may need a little help getting back on track. Interestingly, fungi can also play a role in your body's ability to deal with toxins. Some species of fungi produce enzymes that help break down potentially harmful substances, including certain toxins that may be present in your food or the environment. These enzymes help neutralize the harmful effects of toxins before they can do damage, serving as another protective mechanism within your body. But how can you ensure that the fungi in your microbiome stay in balance? Just like the other microorganisms in your body, Fungi thrive in a healthy, well-balanced environment. A diet rich in fiber, prebiotics, and fermented foods supports the growth of beneficial bacteria and fungi alike, providing them with the nutrients they need to perform their essential functions. Avoiding overuse of antibiotics is also critical, as these medications can disrupt the balance of your microbiome, allowing harmful fungi to overgrow. In addition, managing stress, getting enough sleep, and exercising regularly can all help maintain the balance of your microbiome, including your fungi. Stress in particular can negatively affect your gut, leading to an imbalance of your microbiota, including the overgrowth of harmful fungi. Practicing mindfulness meditation and relaxation techniques can support your microbiome by reducing stress levels and supporting overall health. One thing to keep in mind is that fungi are not only present in your gut, they are also involved in your skin and mucous membranes where they play similar roles. On your skin, fungi help prevent harmful bacteria and other pathogens from taking hold, acting as a first line of defense against infections. Fungal species like Malassezia help regulate your skin's microbiome, ensuring that harmful microbes don't get the upper hand. Similarly, fungi in your respiratory tract contribute to your immune system's ability to fight off invaders and maintain a healthy, balanced environment. So while fungi may not always be the first microorganisms that come to mind when you think about your microbiome, they are no less important than bacteria, archaea, or viruses. From digestion to immune regulation, fungi are an essential part of the microbial world inside you. They help maintain the balance of your microbiome, prevent infections, and contribute to your overall health. By nurturing the delicate ecosystem of your gut and body, you can ensure that your fungi, along with all the other microorganisms, continue to work in harmony, quietly supporting your well-being. In the grand scheme of your microbiome, fungi are often the unsung heroes. They don't grab as much attention as the bacteria or viruses, but without them your body wouldn't be able to function as smoothly as it does. So the next time you think of fungi, remember that they are more than just an occasional nuisance. They are key players in maintaining the health and balance of your body's intricate microbial ecosystem. As we move deeper into the intricate world of your microbiome, it's time to talk about the unsung heroes of digestion, archaea. While many people are familiar with bacteria, fungi, and viruses, archaea are often overlooked. These ancient microorganisms are somewhat like bacteria's distant cousins, but they have some unique abilities that set them apart. In fact, without archaea in your gut, your digestive system wouldn't be able to function properly. Archaea are single-celled organisms that are similar to bacteria in some ways, but differ significantly in their genetic makeup and cellular structure. These microorganisms thrive in some of the most extreme environments on Earth, places where other life forms would struggle to survive. From the scorching heat of volcanic vents to the freezing cold of deep-sea environments, archaea have evolved to withstand conditions that most organisms could never dream of enduring. And inside your gut, they are just as adaptable, finding a cozy niche where they can work their magic. In your digestive tract, archaea play a crucial role in processing certain gases, especially methane. Some archaea, known as methanogens, are responsible for producing methane as a byproduct of digestion. This might sound a bit unpleasant, but it's actually essential for maintaining a healthy gut. You see, when your gut bacteria break down food, they create a variety of gases, including hydrogen. If too much hydrogen builds up, it can lead to discomfort and bloating. This is where archaea come in. They consume hydrogen and produce methane, effectively neutralizing the gas and helping your gut stay balanced. Methanogens are part of the reason why flatulence is so common. It's the result of these gas exchanges in your digestive system. While it may not be the most glamorous part of digestion, methane production by archaea helps maintain a healthy balance between the gases produced by bacteria and the gases that need to be eliminated. Without them, your gut would likely feel bloated and uncomfortable. But the role of archaea doesn't stop at methane production. These microbes also have a hand in regulating your immune system and maintaining a healthy gut environment. Research has shown that the presence of archaea can help reduce inflammation in the gut, which is crucial for preventing conditions like irritable bowel syndrome, IBS, and inflammatory bowel disease, IBD. In fact, some studies suggest that an imbalance in archaea populations may be linked to digestive issues and immune system dysfunction. One of the most fascinating aspects of archaea is their ability to survive in such extreme conditions. In your gut, they live in an environment that is neither too hot nor too cold, but they still manage to perform their vital functions. The methane they produce is a testament to their resilience, metabolizing gases that would otherwise cause discomfort. In this way, archaea are perfect examples of how life can adapt to thrive in any environment, even the tiny ecosystem inside your intestines. But what happens if these archaea are disrupted? Like all microorganisms, archaea rely on a delicate balance with other microbes in the microbiome. Disruptions to this balance, such as changes in diet, antibiotic use, or stress, can lead to an overgrowth or depletion of archaea, which in turn may affect your gut health. When archaea populations are out of whack, it can result in issues like excessive gas production, bloating, and digestive discomfort. Maintaining a healthy diet that supports a balanced microbiome is one of the best ways to ensure that your archaea and all other microorganisms can thrive. Fiber-rich foods, prebiotics, and fermented foods all provide nutrients that benefit archaea and other gut microbes. These foods help support the growth of beneficial microorganisms while promoting a healthy gut environment. Avoiding unnecessary antibiotics and managing stress levels also plays a critical role in preserving the balance of your microbiome, including the populations of archaea. In the broader context of microbiome health, archaea are vital in helping your body digest food, regulate gases, and maintain gut health. Their ability to keep the digestive process running smoothly by balancing hydrogen and methane production is something we often take for granted, but it's an essential part of our well-being. Without them, digestion would be far less efficient and far more uncomfortable. In fact, archaea are so important to your digestive health that some scientists are now exploring them as a potential target for treating gut disorders. By regulating archaea populations or introducing beneficial strains, researchers hope to improve conditions like IBS and even obesity, which may be influenced by gut microbiome imbalances. Interestingly, some researchers are also investigating archaea as a potential source of new biofuels thanks to their methane-producing capabilities. This is a perfect example of how studying the tiniest organisms inside us can lead to big discoveries with far-reaching implications. The very organisms responsible for making your gut feel comfortable might one day help us solve energy challenges on a global scale. In a way, archaea serve as a reminder that the world inside us is not only vast and complex, but also full of surprising connections. The microorganisms that live in our digestive systems are not just passengers along for the ride, they are essential collaborators in the ongoing process of life. By supporting the health of your gut, you are not just helping your own body function better, you're also contributing to the success of these incredible microbes who in turn keep your body balanced and thriving. Now that we've explored the role of archaea in digestion, it's important to consider how the balance between all the different microorganisms in your gut, including bacteria, fungi, viruses, and archaea, plays a role in your overall health. When the entire microbiome works in harmony, you experience better digestion, a stronger immune system, and overall improved well-being. But when that balance is thrown off, it can lead to a cascade of problems. The key is to nurture your microbiome with a healthy lifestyle and diet so that every microbe, whether it's a bacterium, fungus, or archaea, can continue doing its part. As we've seen, your gut microbiome is far more than just a collection of bacteria. It's a thriving ecosystem of diverse microorganisms, each contributing to your overall health in unique and vital ways. And archaea, though often overlooked, are indispensable players in that ecosystem. They may be small, but their impact on digestion and immune function is anything but insignificant. Now that we've explored the silent but essential work of archaea, let's shift our attention to another fascinating component of your microbiome, the viruses. Yes, you read that correctly. Viruses. While they are often associated with illness and disease, the viruses that inhabit your body are an entirely different story. In fact, many of them play a crucial role in maintaining the balance of your microbiome and ultimately your overall health. But how can something so small and seemingly destructive be helpful? Let's take a closer look. Viruses, or more specifically, bacteriophages, are viruses that target and infect bacteria. These tiny invisible creatures are highly specialized and can infect specific types of bacteria in your gut. They are not interested in human cells. Instead, they seek out the bacteria that make up a significant portion of your gut microbiome. In fact, bacteriophages are thought to outnumber bacteria in your intestines by a factor of about 10 to 1. But instead of causing harm, bacteriophages serve as natural regulators of the bacterial population, ensuring that harmful bacteria do not take over and that your gut remains balanced. Think of bacteriophages as the microbiome's own little army, working behind the scenes to keep your body's bacterial population in check. When a harmful bacterium begins to overpopulate or becomes too aggressive, bacteriophages swoop in and selectively attack these invaders. They attach themselves to the bacterial cell, inject their genetic material, and replicate inside the bacteria until it bursts, releasing new phages to go on and target more bacteria. This process is crucial for maintaining a healthy balance in your gut. In this way, viruses actually play a protective role by preventing the overgrowth of harmful bacteria that could lead to infections or other digestive issues. They act as a form of natural pest control, ensuring that your gut is populated with the right balance of bacteria. It's almost like having an army of tiny guardians inside your body, keeping things in order. But bacteriophages don't just target harmful bacteria, they can also help beneficial bacteria thrive. By controlling the population of pathogenic bacteria, phages allow beneficial bacteria to flourish and maintain their essential roles in digestion, immune function, and overall health. This delicate balance between the different microbial players in your gut is key to maintaining optimal health. Interestingly, the viruses in your microbiome are also involved in a process known as horizontal gene transfer. This is a process by which genetic material is passed between different species of bacteria. Through this mechanism, bacteriophages can transfer useful genes from one bacterium to another, potentially giving rise to new abilities or traits that help the bacteria survive in their environment. This may include resistance to antibiotics, the ability to digest new types of food, or increased efficiency in producing essential compounds. In this way, viruses can contribute to the ongoing evolution of the bacteria that live inside your gut, helping them adapt to new challenges and conditions. Now, you might be wondering, if viruses are so helpful, why do they sometimes get a bad rap? The answer lies in the fact that not all viruses are benign. While many of the viruses in your gut are beneficial, others can be harmful. Some viruses can infect human cells and cause illness, such as the common cold or influenza. However, most of the viruses in your microbiome are bacteriophages, which, as we've seen, specifically target bacteria and not human cells. That said, an imbalance in the viral population in your microbiome could potentially lead to issues. For example, if there is an overgrowth of harmful viruses, or if beneficial phages are in short supply, it could disrupt the balance of your gut microbiome. This imbalance could lead to digestive problems, infections, or other health issues. Like all other components of the microbiome, viruses must be kept in balance to function optimally. So how do we support the health of the viruses in our microbiome? The answer is, once again, in the things that benefit the overall health of your microbiome: a balanced diet, regular exercise, stress management, and sufficient sleep. All of these factors play a role in maintaining the delicate balance between the bacteria, fungi, archaea, and viruses in your body. By supporting the health of your entire microbiome, you're also ensuring that your viral residents can do their part to regulate bacterial populations and keep your gut functioning smoothly. Diet is especially important here. Prebiotics, which are non-digestible fibers found in foods like garlic, onions, and bananas, help nourish beneficial bacteria in your gut, providing them with the fuel they need to thrive. Fermented foods like yogurt, kefir, and kimchi also provide a boost to the bacterial populations in your gut, supporting a healthy, balanced microbiome. In turn, a healthy microbiome supports the viruses that help regulate bacterial populations. So the cycle of support continues with each group of microorganisms, helping to keep the others in balance. You might also be wondering whether viruses in your microbiome can affect other areas of your health, such as your skin, respiratory system, or immune function. The answer is yes. The viruses in your gut can have far-reaching effects on other areas of your body. For example, studies have shown that gut viruses play a role in regulating your immune system, helping to modulate inflammation and prevent excessive immune responses. This is important because an out-of-control immune system can lead to autoimmune diseases, allergies, and chronic inflammation. The health of your gut microbiome, including its viral residents, is also linked to your mental health. Recent research has suggested that the gut-brain axis, the communication pathway between your gut and brain, may be influenced by the balance of microorganisms in your digestive system, including viruses. By keeping your microbiome in balance, you may be supporting not just your physical health, but your mental and emotional well-being as well. In summary, while viruses in your microbiome may not be the first thing that comes to mind when you think about gut health, they are an essential part of the microbial ecosystem that supports your well-being. By helping regulate bacterial populations and promoting a healthy balance of microorganisms, viruses play a crucial role in maintaining digestive health, immune function, and overall vitality. So the next time you think about viruses, remember that not all of them are villains. Some of them are essential allies in the complex world of your microbiome. We've now ventured deep into the world of your microbiome, uncovering the roles of bacteria, archaea, fungi, and viruses. But there's one more often overlooked player that makes up your microbiome: the fungi. They're the quiet workers, rarely given the spotlight, but just as essential as their microscopic cousins. If you're wondering what fungi have to do with digestion, immunity, or even your mood, keep reading. We're about to delve into the often misunderstood realm of the fungal microbiome. Fungi, like bacteria, are a group of organisms that exist in nearly every environment on Earth, and your body is no exception. You might be familiar with common fungi like mushrooms, yeasts, and molds. But inside your gut, there are microscopic fungal species living alongside bacteria and archaea, contributing to a balanced ecosystem. Just like the other microbes we've discussed, the fungi in your gut are essential to your overall health, but their role is still a bit mysterious. One of the most prominent types of fungi in your gut is yeast, particularly Candida. It's one of the most well-known fungal species because it can cause infections if it overgrows, such as in the case of a yeast infection. But when kept in check by a healthy microbiome, Candida and other yeast species play an important role in the gut's overall health. They help break down food and maintain a balance between other microorganisms, much like bacteria and archaea. Candida also helps digest certain sugars and other substances in the gut, making nutrients more accessible to your body. This balance is crucial because when there is an overgrowth of Candida, it can lead to an imbalance that may cause digestive issues, fatigue, or skin problems. But fungi do more than just digest sugars and break down food. Research has shown that they also play a role in regulating your immune system. Fungal species can interact with the cells of your immune system, helping to modulate immune responses. This is particularly important because your immune system needs to strike a delicate balance between reacting to harmful invaders and not overreacting to harmless substances like food particles or even beneficial bacteria. The fungi in your gut help keep that balance in check, preventing both infections and autoimmune responses. Interestingly, fungi are also involved in maintaining the integrity of your gut lining. The gut lining is a critical barrier that helps separate your internal organs from harmful substances. If the gut lining becomes damaged or compromised, it can lead to a range of health issues, including leaky gut syndrome, inflammation, and food sensitivities. Fungi help maintain the health of this barrier by interacting with the cells that make up the gut lining. They play a role in strengthening these cells and ensuring that your gut remains intact and functional. But it's not all about digestive health. Your microbiome, including its fungal residents, also impacts your mental well-being. Have you ever heard of the gut-brain axis? It's the connection between your gut and your brain, and it turns out that fungi might have a hand in this as well. Emerging research suggests that the microbiome can influence mood and mental health, and fungi, along with bacteria and viruses, may contribute to this effect. For example, a specific type of Candida has been linked to mood disorders like depression. When there is an imbalance in the gut's fungal population, it can influence the production of certain neurotransmitters that regulate mood and emotions, such as serotonin and dopamine. This may help explain why some people experience mood swings or emotional imbalances when their gut microbiome is out of whack. When the fungi in the gut are healthy and in balance, they support the production of these mood-regulating chemicals, helping you maintain a sense of well-being. But like with any microbe, balance is key. Just as an overgrowth of harmful bacteria or viruses can lead to issues, an overgrowth of fungi can also cause problems. The delicate balance of fungi in your gut must be maintained for optimal health. If you find yourself dealing with recurrent yeast infections, digestive discomfort, or unexplained fatigue, it might be an indication that your fungal microbiome is out of balance. Other factors that can disrupt fungal balance include stress, a poor diet, and antibiotic use, which can wipe out beneficial bacteria that help keep fungi in check. The interesting thing about fungi is that they are not just passive residents in your gut. They are active participants in the ecosystem, communicating with other microorganisms and contributing to the overall functioning of the microbiome. Like the archaea, fungi are also involved in metabolic processes. They help break down food that other microbes can't digest, and in turn they provide essential nutrients that your body can absorb. For example, Fungi contribute to the digestion of complex carbohydrates, which are otherwise difficult for your body to break down on its own. Fungi are also involved in a process known as symbiosis, which is a mutually beneficial relationship between different organisms. In your gut, fungi work in tandem with bacteria and archaea to ensure that digestion runs smoothly. For example, fungi help to ferment fibers that are otherwise indigestible, breaking them down into short-chain fatty acids that are important for gut health. These fatty acids provide energy to the cells of the gut lining, helping to maintain a healthy digestive system. So how can you support your gut fungi? As with the other microbes, a diet rich in fiber, prebiotics, and fermented foods is essential. Prebiotics, like those found in onions, garlic, and bananas, feed not only beneficial bacteria, but also fungi. Fermented foods like kimchi, sauerkraut, and kefir can help encourage the growth of a balanced microbiome, including fungi. A diet that is high in refined sugars and processed foods, on the other hand, can encourage the overgrowth of harmful fungi, leading to digestive issues and other health problems. When it comes to supporting your fungal microbiome, the key is to focus on balance. Supporting the growth of beneficial fungi while preventing the overgrowth of harmful species is crucial. By nourishing your microbiome with the right foods and adopting a healthy lifestyle, you're giving your gut the best chance to maintain its delicate ecosystem of bacteria, archaea, viruses, and fungi. The fungi in your gut are not just passengers, they are active participants in your health, helping to maintain balance, regulate your immune system, and support your digestive system. In the grand scheme of things, the fungi in your microbiome are just one more piece of the puzzle. They might be small and relatively unknown compared to their more famous counterparts like bacteria and viruses, but they are no less essential. Your gut is a finely tuned ecosystem, and every microbe, whether it's a fungus or a bacterium, plays a role in keeping your body healthy and functioning at its best. As we continue to explore the microscopic world living inside you, it's time to turn our attention to something that may seem far less glamorous, but is incredibly vital to your well-being. The other half of your microbiome, the immune system. While we often think of our immune system as an entirely separate entity from our microbiome, the truth is that the two are deeply intertwined. In fact, your microbiome doesn't just coexist with your immune system. It actively influences its function, shaping how your body responds to threats and challenges. So let's explore how your gut microbiome and immune system work together to keep you healthy, and why it's more important than ever to nurture that balance. Your immune system is your body's first line of defense against harmful pathogens like bacteria, viruses, and fungi. When a foreign invader enters your body, your immune system kicks into action, releasing a cascade of responses to neutralize the threat. But this response isn't always a simple process. It involves an intricate network of cells, tissues, and organs, and it's highly sensitive to changes in your internal environment. Here's where your microbiome enters the picture. Your gut is home to around 70–80% of your immune system's cells. This means that your gut microbiome plays a direct and profound role in modulating your immune function. The bacteria, viruses, fungi, and other microbes living in your gut are constantly interacting with immune cells, helping them determine whether to respond aggressively to a threat or to remain calm and avoid unnecessary inflammation. This delicate balance is essential for maintaining health. If the microbiome is disrupted, it can lead to a hyperactive immune response, contributing to autoimmune diseases, allergies, or chronic inflammation. In healthy individuals, the microbes in the gut help regulate immune responses by teaching immune cells to distinguish between harmful and harmless invaders. This process is vital because your immune system has to learn to tolerate your body's own cells and beneficial microbes while still defending you from harmful pathogens. This is a process known as immune tolerance, and it's largely shaped by your microbiome. So how exactly does your microbiome influence immune tolerance? It begins in the gut, where bacteria interact with immune cells in the gut-associated lymphoid tissue, GALT. This network of cells forms the foundation of your body's immune response. Within GALT, beneficial bacteria play a crucial role in training immune cells, guiding them on how to respond to different types of microorganisms. If your gut microbiome is healthy, your immune cells will develop the right responses, keeping harmful invaders at bay while avoiding excessive reactions to harmless substances like food or environmental factors. But when your microbiome becomes imbalanced due to stress, poor diet, illness, or antibiotic use, the immune system can become confused. In this state of dysbiosis, harmful bacteria or other pathogens may flourish, while beneficial bacteria are outnumbered. As a result, your immune system can overreact, triggering inflammation, or, in some cases, even attacking your own tissues. This is how autoimmune diseases like rheumatoid arthritis, inflammatory bowel disease, IBD, and even allergies can develop. The immune system's response becomes disproportionate, creating chronic conditions that can affect your entire body. One of the most striking examples of this connection is the link between the microbiome and inflammatory bowel diseases. IBD, like Crohn's disease, and ulcerative colitis. Both of these conditions are characterized by chronic inflammation in the gut, and researchers have found that individuals with IBD often have a disrupted gut microbiome. The imbalance of microbes in their intestines can lead to an overactive immune response, causing the immune system to attack the gut lining and result in painful inflammation. Similarly, conditions like asthma, allergies, and even some skin conditions like eczema are increasingly being linked to imbalances in the gut microbiome. It's a fascinating and somewhat sobering reminder of just how much influence our gut health has on our overall immune health. In fact, the relationship between the microbiome and immune system is so important that scientists are exploring ways to use the microbiome to treat immune-related diseases. Probiotics, for example, are live microorganisms that can be ingested to help restore a healthy balance of bacteria in the gut. Some research has suggested that probiotics may help reduce inflammation in conditions like IBD or even improve symptoms of allergies. In addition, prebiotics, substances that feed beneficial bacteria, can also play a role in supporting the immune system by nourishing the good microbes that keep your immune responses in check. But it's not just the bacteria in your gut that are involved in immune regulation. Fungi, viruses, and archaea also contribute to maintaining immune balance. Fungi, for instance, interact with immune cells to help regulate inflammation. The viruses, or bacteriophages we discussed earlier, also influence the immune system by modulating bacterial populations. When harmful bacteria are kept in check, your immune system doesn't have to work as hard, reducing the risk of chronic inflammation. The archaea living in your gut are thought to help modulate the immune system as well, although their exact role is still being researched. When it comes to supporting your immune system through your microbiome, maintaining a healthy and balanced diet is critical. A diet rich in fiber, prebiotics, and fermented foods helps nourish the beneficial microbes in your gut, allowing them to perform their immune-regulating functions. Fiber, in particular, feeds the beneficial bacteria that help produce short-chain fatty acids, SCFAs, which are crucial for maintaining a healthy gut lining and preventing inflammation. Additionally, regular exercise, stress management, and adequate sleep all play significant roles in supporting your microbiome and immune health. One interesting and emerging area of research is the impact of the microbiome on the aging process. It's thought that a healthy microbiome can help slow down the natural aging of the immune system. As we age, our immune system becomes less effective, which is why older adults are more susceptible to infections and autoimmune diseases. By nurturing your microbiome, you may be helping to maintain a youthful, resilient immune system that continues to function optimally throughout life. So the next time you think about your immune system, remember that it's not just your body's defense force. It's an intricate, finely tuned system that works in tandem with the microorganisms living in your gut. The health of your microbiome is quite literally the health of your immune system. By nurturing your gut microbiome with a balanced diet, regular exercise, and a healthy lifestyle, you're helping to support both your digestive health and your immune resilience. In the end, your microbiome is far more than just a collection of microbes. It is an ecosystem, a living, breathing community that plays an active role in shaping your health. From supporting digestion and immunity to influencing your mood and mental health, your microbiome is a vital part of who you are. As we reach the final stretch of our journey through the hidden world of microbes inside us, it's time to reflect on the fascinating journey we've just taken together. From bacteria to fungi, viruses to archaea, you've seen just how complex and interconnected the microscopic world within your body truly is. But how does all this tie together? How does the intricate ecosystem of your microbiome affect your overall health? And more importantly, what can you do to keep it in harmony? Your microbiome is not just a passive collection of microorganisms. It's an active, thriving community that plays a direct role in nearly every aspect of your health. From your gut health to your immune system, from your mood to your skin, the microbes inside you are constantly communicating with each other and with your body, helping to maintain balance and wellness. However, when this balance is disrupted, whether by stress, poor diet, illness, or other environmental factors, the results can be far-reaching. When it comes to maintaining a healthy microbiome, there are several key practices that can make a significant difference. First and foremost, diet plays a critical role. A varied, nutrient-dense diet, rich in fiber, prebiotics, and fermented foods, helps nourish the beneficial microbes in your gut, allowing them to thrive. These foods provide the essential nutrients that your microbiome needs to maintain a healthy balance. Think of your gut as a garden. The right foods act like fertilizer, helping the beneficial bacteria grow while keeping harmful microbes in check. Similarly, avoiding excessive amounts of refined sugars and processed foods is equally important. These foods tend to fuel the growth of harmful bacteria and fungi, which can disrupt the delicate balance of your microbiome and contribute to conditions like inflammation, digestive issues, and immune dysfunction. In fact, researchers have found that a diet high in processed foods can lead to a decrease in microbial diversity, which is a hallmark of an unhealthy microbiome. Another key factor in supporting your microbiome is exercise. Physical activity has been shown to positively affect the diversity and composition of your gut microbiome. In particular, regular moderate exercise has been linked to the growth of beneficial bacteria and a reduction in harmful microbes. Exercise helps improve circulation, which in turn supports the movement of nutrients and oxygen throughout your body, including to your gut. It also promotes the production of short-chain fatty acids, which help maintain the health of your gut lining and regulate inflammation. Sleep, too, is a vital player in the health of your microbiome. It's during sleep that your body can repair itself and your microbiome can reset. Poor sleep or irregular sleep patterns can negatively affect the diversity of your microbiome and can contribute to conditions like gut dysbiosis, stress, and even mood disorders. Ensuring that you get enough restful sleep, at least 7 to 8 hours per night, gives your microbiome the time it needs to recharge and maintain its delicate balance. Stress management is another essential aspect of microbiome health. Chronic stress can disrupt the balance of your microbiome, contributing to an overgrowth of harmful bacteria and a reduction in beneficial microbes. The gut-brain axis, as we've discussed, is a two-way street. Stress impacts your microbiome, and in turn, an unhealthy microbiome can worsen stress and anxiety. Engaging in relaxation practices like mindfulness, yoga, or deep breathing exercises can help reduce stress and support a healthy microbiome. Finally, while we've focused on diet and lifestyle, there are emerging treatments like probiotics and prebiotics that can help support and restore a balanced microbiome. Probiotics, the live microorganisms found in foods like yogurt, kefir, and sauerkraut, can introduce beneficial bacteria into your gut. Similarly, prebiotics are foods that feed the beneficial bacteria in your microbiome, helping them grow and thrive. Both are useful tools for restoring balance, especially if you've recently been on antibiotics or have experienced a period of illness or stress that may have disrupted your microbiome. But what happens if the balance in your microbiome is off for too long? Chronic imbalances in the microbiome can lead to a range of health conditions, from digestive disorders like irritable bowel syndrome, IBS, and inflammatory bowel disease, IBD, to autoimmune diseases, allergies, and even mental health conditions like anxiety and depression. A disrupted microbiome can have wide-reaching effects on your body. The good news is that by restoring balance through healthy diet, exercise, and lifestyle changes, you can begin to support the recovery of your microbiome and, by extension, your overall health. Now that we've explored the many layers of your microbiome, you might be asking yourself, how can I tell if my microbiome is out of balance? The truth is that many signs of an unhealthy microbiome are subtle. Digestive issues like bloating, gas, and constipation, as well as unexplained fatigue, skin problems, and mood swings can all be signs that your microbiome is out of whack. While these symptoms can also be linked to other health conditions, if you're experiencing multiple symptoms, it might be worth looking into the health of your gut microbiome. So how do we sum up this entire adventure? The world of microbes inside you is vast, diverse, and deeply connected to every aspect of your health. Every microbe, no matter how small, plays a role in maintaining the balance and harmony of your body. Your gut is an ecosystem, a tiny universe teeming with life, and when the right microbes are in balance, everything works as it should. But when that balance is disturbed, it can throw the whole system off, leading to a cascade of health issues. But here's the comforting part: you have the power to support and nurture your microbiome. The choices you make every day, what you eat, how you move, how you manage stress, are all crucial in maintaining the health of your microbiome. Just like tending to a garden, nurturing your microbiome with the right foods and practices can help you maintain a flourishing, healthy ecosystem that supports not just your digestive health, but your immune system, mental well-being, and overall vitality. So as you lie down to sleep tonight, remember that you are not alone. Inside you, there's a bustling microscopic community working round the clock to keep you healthy. They may be tiny, but they are mighty, and by taking care of them, you're taking care of yourself. Sweet dreams.